our channel, Kids Moral Story.
So today we are going to tell you the story of
Paisam for a beer. Ajja and Vishnu Kaka were planning something. They could be spotted grinning and nodding and whispering. The children were dying to know what it was. Then one evening, they finally broke the news. They were all going on a picnic. It would be a picnic at the nearby falls. These waterfalls were really beautiful, with the river meandering close by the forest just across. The children not even more excited when the two grandpas revealed the rest of the plan. Tomorrow would be a rest day for Ajji and Sharan's mother, because all the cooking would be done by them and the children, and they would do it the traditional way, by gathering firewood and then cooking the meal from scratch. The children were so excited they would hardly sleep that night. All they could talk about was the picnic and what they could cook. Before nodding off, they had decided the menu: pulao and kheer, paisam or kheer. So kheer is so easy to make, and who doesn't love it? The next day, even the usual late risers were up and ready to set out for the picnic by 7 o'clock. Oh, what a beautiful spot it was! They all ran around exclaiming over everything and getting ready with their cricket bats and balls for a game. Ajji sat comfortably under a big tree. Then it was time to get lunch ready. Everyone started looking for twigs to use as firewood. Ajji spotted Divya straying towards the dense thick of trees and called out, "Divya, come back! Don't go there! Who knows what animal is there? And on top of that, you are all going to cook paisam?" Meenu's ears pricked up immediately. "Why, Ajji? What does paisam have to do with animals?" Ajji grinned. "But bears love paisam, don't you know?" Everyone declared they had even known this piece of information. So cooking and games forgotten. Young and old gathered around her to hear the story of a bear who wanted to eat paisam.
Did you know that you must never anger a bear? It's true. An angry bear can do some really big awful things, so it is always safer to keep your word to him. Poor Mohan and Basant did not know this, and they tried to trick a bear, and see what happened to them. Mohan had a banana plantation where he grew delicious bananas. He also had a huge mango tree that provided him with baskets of juicy mangoes. Every summer he would sell these fruits in market and lived happily enough with his wife Basanti. Once their trees yielded an exceptionally large crop of bananas and mangoes, and he decided to sell them in the market in the city, where he would get a higher price of them. So off he went with his sacks and baskets of the city. There he sat in the market, sold everything that he had brought, and made quite a bit of money. At the market, he ran into an old friend, Amar. Mohan and Amar were overjoyed to see each other after many years. Come to my house, dear friend Amar. Let's enjoy a good meal and talk about our childhood days. Mohan thought his wife's a wonderful idea and went with Amar to his house. There was two friends. They ate a huge quantities of rice, dal, lovely vegetables, and all kinds of sweets. Then finally, out came the best part of the meal, the paisam. Paisam is known by many names all over India. Do you know that? Some call it kheer, some payas, and others paisam. What do you call kheer or paisam? What do you call paisam in your language? Write in comment box. So was the paisam that Amar served his friend? It was made with fragrant rice, creamy milk, sweet as sugar, jaggery, and stew with nuts, cardamom, saffron, and all kinds of wonderful mouth-watering things. Moon ate and ate and ate after bowl and bowl and bowl of his dessert till he was ready to burst. Then the two friends chatted and rested till it was time for Mohan to head back home. When he reached his house, he told his wife about the sumptuous meal, particularly the paisam he had eaten. Oh, how Basanti sighed and longed to have tasted this dish too. Seeing her face, Mohan suggested, "See, I have earned plenty of money by selling fruits. Why don't I buy the things required to make paisam, which you can cook and both of us will enjoy it together." Basanti thought for a while. Then she replied, "This was a wonderful idea. But first Mohan indeed to go to the forest to collect some firewood. Then he could go to the shop and get all that was required to make the dessert." So off Mohan went, swinging his axe and whistling the tune. Now who would be sitting dozing under a tree in the forest but a big black bear? He had just had some nice berries for lunch and was enjoying his snooze. When Mohan walked by, first the bear opened one eye, then another, and watched as Mohan cut a few branches off nearby tree and collected twigs for firewood. Just as Mohan was tying it all up near the bundle, the bear spoke up. "Hi there, friend."
Hi there, friend. Where are you off to in such a happy mood? And why are you collecting so much firewood? Tell me, are you cooking a feast tonight? Mohan
Mohan was
That is how the bear talks like this.
Mohan was astonishment, a little scared to be addressed like this. Beer by a beer. Yes, your honor. Honor. I mean, beer, sir. He humbled and stumbled. The bear was happy after his meal, so he decided to that some more with more. So tell me, what are you going to cook tonight? He asked, patting his tummy. Paisam, answered Mohan. Pie what? The bear was puzzled. Payasa, Mohan said slowly. It's a sweet dish. Tell me more. The bear was injured, so Mohan described paisam and how it was made. As he talked about milk, rice, nuts and jaggery, the bear's eyes started grimling. So, do you know the recipe of paisam?
Write in comments.
The recipe of paisam is milk, rice and nuts and jaggery and etc. like that.
Cardamom, etc.
etc. The bear's eyes starting grimling. His stomach was rumbling, and he realized he absolutely, totally need to taste this wonderful human food. Oh, Mohan, my friend, do let me come and share your paisam tonight. The bear begged and begged. Mohan was astonished. A bear as a guest for a dinner. Who knows how much he would eat? But neither could he say no. That seemed so rude, and the bear was looking at him hopefully. He sighed and replied, all right, you can come, but to cook so much paisam, I will need much more firewood. Can you bring me what with you? Cunning Mohan thought he would make the bear do this work for him, so he would not need to come to the forest for the next few days. Yes, the bear jumped up. Just tell me how much firewood you need. 10, 20, 30 bundles? Then he slung his bundle of firewood over his shoulder and went back home. On the way, he bought lots of milk, rice and everything else they would have to make the paisam. 50 would be enough, decided Mohan. When he reached home, he told Basanti about the unusual guests who would come to share their dessert. So Basanti cooked a huge quantity of paisam. She added lovely nuts, aromatic saffron.
Aromatic.
Aromatic saffron. See, cardamom. Cardamom means like...
It's a type of spice.
Yes, it's a type of spice. Not like hot. Spice means something sweet or like hot thing. Not that spice that you eat and you are like fire, I want water. Like
It's also known as elaichi in Hindi language.
Yes. And many wonderful things into it. As she cooked oh, how marvelous the paisam smelled. Unable to wait any longer to start eating, helping after
Started
helping
eating.
of the dish without waiting for their guest to turn up.
Without waiting for just to turn up.
up.
Turn up. They ate and ate and ate till they realized they had eaten up everything. It was not a grain of rice nor half a nut left for him. They sat around wondering what to do. What would they say to Bear when he came expecting to eat possum? Then a devious plan entered Mohan's head. What if they made possum with all kinds of other ingredients? After all, it was only a beer and he had never tasted this dish earlier. So how would he know what it really tasted like? The cunning man and his wife then took a little bit of milk, added lots of water to it, threw in a handful of rice, and instead of jaggery and nuts and spices, they added pebbles and sand and cardamom husks and stirred the mixture till it looked somewhat like possum. Yuck!
Yuck!
It sounds like a dirty thing. You had never heard it before. This recipe is very funny and bad. Yuck! They placed the brass pot filled with this in front of the house and went and hid in the bushes somewhere at the back. As soon as the night fell, a huge dark figure appeared down the road. On this back, it carried 50 bundles of firewood. It was a bear come to dinner. He reached to Mohan's house and looked around. There was no one. Then right in front of the house, he spotted a pot full of possum.
See? Oh, he is eating pot full of sands, pebbles, cardamom
husks and everything dirty.
He is eating that yucky thing. I don't believe that.
See, it was very bad. Then right in front of the house, he spotted a full of possum. Unable to wait any longer, he flung down the bundles and he had carried and fell upon the possum. Only after he had eaten more than half and pot full did he realize something was wrong. The milk was watery, the rice was half cooked, and there was a horrible grit and pebbles between his teeth.
Ah! Oh, how angry he was now! Furious, he shouted out for Mohan! Mohan! But Mohan was covering behind the bushes and did not reply.
Now angrier than ever, the bear spotted the mango tree and rubbed his back against it. The mangoes came raining down. He shook the tree so hard. The bear continued to stamp and shake the tree till it fell with a huge crash right onto the banana field and crushed the best banana plants. Seeing the firewood he had carried all the way from forest lying around, the bear started throwing them around. One fell into the oven in the kitchen and set fire to the house. Soon Mohan and Basanti's house was in flames, his fields in ruins, and his prized mango tree destroyed. Finally satisfied that he had taken his revenge, the bear stormed back into the forest. When Mohan and his wife crawled out of their hiding place and came back home. They saw everything was in ruins. How they wailed and wept and they hadn't been and wished they hadn't been so greedy and left the bear his share of possum. But what was the use of lamenting now? The damage was done, and the greedy couple had learned the lesson what I told you earlier. Never anger a bear, and if you make a promise...
Ajit told.
Yes, this is told by Ajji. She is absolutely right. And if you make a promise to one, keep it. And you must agree that you mustn't annoy the bear.
Yes.
If you will annoy it, he can do everything terrible for you. For example,
Anything.
breaking the house and spoiling your botanical plants and firing everything.
Etc. What is the meaning of revenge?
So friends, write in comments. Name the animal who loves possum so much. Write in comments.
What is the meaning of revenge?
The meaning of revenge is something that you do in order to make somebody suffer because they have made you suffer. For example, the cunning man had made the bear for work. That is why the bear had fired their houses
Then take revenge.
and ruined their house.
And take a revenge.
And he was very happy to take their revenge. So, what is the meaning of destroy?
The meaning of destroy is to damage something so badly that it no longer works, etc. So the example of destroy is the bird destroyed the whole building with fire.
Yes. So friends, subscribe to our channel, hit the notification bell and press the like button. Bye.